Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. I am Dr. Riyaz Hussain and this is our lecture number 23. This lecture is about two group carbon-carbon disconnection. It means the starting material will contain two functional group, and in this bifunctional compound the carbon-carbon bond will be disconnected. The relationship between two functional group will be 1,6 relationship. So we will discuss two group carbon-carbon disconnection by considering 1,6 functionalized compounds. Key concepts. Following concepts will be covered in this lecture. We will simply discuss disconnection of 1,6 dicarbonyl compounds. Then we will discuss conversion of alkene to carbonyl compounds, how the alkenes are converted to carbonyl compounds. The alkenes converted to carbonyl compound through ozonolysis. Then we will discuss synthesis of adipic acid. Adipic acid is 1,6 difunctionalized compound. Then we will discuss disconnection and synthesis of keto acid. After this we will discuss Diels-Alder reaction toward 1,6 dicarbonyl compound. I mean synthesis of 1,6 dicarbonyl compound through Diels-Alder reaction. Baeyer-Wilger rearrangement toward 1,6 dicarbonyl compound. It means involvement of Baeyer-Wilger rearrangement in the synthesis of 1,6 dicarbonyl compound. 1,6 dicarbonyl compound. 1,6 dicarbonyl compound is a bifunctionalized compound. It contains two functional groups. The two carbonyl groups, the relationship between two carbonyl group is 1,6 relationship. 1,6 dicarbonyl compound when disconnected in the middle produce two synthons. See, this is 1,6 dicarbonyl compound. When it is disconnected in the middle, then one part of the molecule, I mean one fragment, will carry positive charge and the other fragment will carry negative charge. Synthon 2 carrying a positive charge, it's acceptor synthon, and a synthon 3, it's a donor synthon. This is carrying negative charge. This is D3 synthon, synthon 3, it's a D3 donor synthon 3, and it's acceptor synthon 3, it's acceptor synthon. When the 1,6 dicarbonyl compound is disconnected in the middle, it produces two synthon, synthon 2 and synthon 3. Synthon 2 is a synthon of natural polarity, that is acceptor synthon, and it is the source of synthon 2 is the enone, that is alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound, it's A3 synthon. The synthon 3 is of unnatural polarity. It's a D3 synthon because it contains 3 carbon, including the functional group carbon. A reagent is required which can generate A3 synthon, which can generate D3 synthon. Sorry, not the A3, it's a D3 synthon. The number of synthon is 3. This synthon possesses 3 carbon, including the functional group carbon. That's why it's D3 synthon. Why it is D? Because it will act as a donor. The synthon 3 is of unnatural polarity, so a reagent is required which can generate this synthon. This is the question and this is the problem for today's lecture. Disconnection pattern of 1,6 dicarbonyl compounds. In the previous slide we have discussed that when 1,6 dicarbonyl compound is disconnected in the middle, then it produces two synthon, the donor synthon and the acceptor synthon. Acceptor synthon is of natural polarity, while the donor synthon, that is A3 synthon, was of unnatural polarity. the reagent required which can generate this A3 synthon. See here, this is compound 1. It's 1,6-dicarbonyl compound. Atom C1 and C6 of the compound 1 form a ring 4. See, this is the arrow showing that it is a sign of disconnection, but the word written on the arrow is reconnect. Actually, this is the disconnection. This 1,6-dicarbonyl compound, the source of this 1,6-dicarbonyl compound is this cyclohexane, the compound 5. So the cyclohexane is formed when this 1,6-dicarbonyl compound is cyclized. Therefore, during this connection, the name written over the arrow is the reconnect, because when 1,6 reconnect, then it gives us a cyclic compound. The atom C1 and C6 of a compound 1 form a ring 4, and between these atoms must be bond between these atoms must be weaker than any other bond in the molecule. This can be done by making it double bond like 5, which can be cleaved easily than any other bond in the molecule. When the carbon atom 1 recombine or reconnect with carbon number 6, then it gives us a cyclic compound 4. The bond between carbon number 1 and carbon number 6 must be the weakest bond than the other bond in the molecule, and that can be weaker by converting this single bond into the double bond as present in the compound 5. So we can say, when we have to disconnect 1,6-dicarbonyl compound, then the source of this 1,6-dicarbonyl compound must be the cyclohexene. This cyclohexene ring can be cleaved at the double bond during ozonolysis. During reductive ozonolysis, this double bond will be converted to the carbonyl compound. Synthesis of carbonyl compounds from alkane. See this is compound 6. It contains a double bond. When this olefinic double bond treated with ozone under oxidative conditions, it means this is ozonolysis of alkene under oxidation condition, then this double bond is cleaved and the compound 6 is converted to 2 fragments, and the terminal carbon of the olefinic carbon is converted to the carboxylic carbon. So under oxidative ozonolysis, olefin produce carboxylic acid, 2 moles of carboxylic acid, and under reductive ozonolysis, see the reaction on the right side, it's a reductive ozonolysis. Ozonolysis carried in the presence of dimethyl sulfide. The compound 6 is converted to the 2 moles of the aldehyde. Here the double bond is cleaved and the olefinic carbon is converted to the aldehyde carbon. The reaction condition, the ozonolysis condition or the reductive condition, that's why the product is aldehyde. If the ozonolysis condition or the oxidative condition, then the olefinic carbon converted to the carboxylic acid. See another example. See, this is compound 1. It contains olefinic double bond outside the ring. Under reductive ozonolysis condition, the bond is cleaved over here, and this olefinic carbon is converted to the aldehyde carbon, and 1 mole of formaldehyde is also produced during the reductive ozonolysis of compound 15. Hydroxylation of alkene and oxidative cleavage of diol. See, this is compound 6. This is a olefinic double alkene, olefinic compound. When treated with osmium tetroxide or potassium permanganate, then this gives us syn-diol. It's a syn-diol. When this syn-diol are treated with sodium periodate or lead tetraacetate, then this dihydroxyl compound is cleaved between the carbon which bears the hydroxyl group. When this compound 7, this is a dihydroxyl compound, this is a diol is cleaved over here, then this gives us also the aldehyde. Here the product is the aldehyde. Synthesis of adipic acid. Adipic acid is a dicarboxylic acid and it is 1,6 difunctionalized compound. Cyclohexene, when treated with O3 in the presence of H2O2, the compound 6 is converted to the compound 7. This is adipic acid. It's a dicarboxylic acid. It's 1,6 difunctionalized compound. The cyclohexene ring is cleaved at double bond and the both double bonded carbon converted to the carboxyl carbon. The reaction of ozonolysis is occurring in the presence of H2O2, so the resulting aldehyde are converted to the carboxylic acid. The question is how the cyclohexene is produced. See this compound 8, it's a cyclohexanol. When treated with nitric acid, then OH is lost as a water and the compound 8 is converted to compound 6. This compound 6 upon oxidation in the presence of nitric acid is converted to the compound 7 adipic acid, that is dicarboxylic acid. So the cycloolefinic double bond can be cleaved in the presence of O3 and H2O2, as well as only nitric acid can also be used to cleave the cyclohexene ring at double bond position. Disconnection of keto acid, the compound 12, which is a 1,6 dicarbonyl compound. In the previous slides, we have discussed the disconnection of cyclic olefin, that is cyclohexene. Cyclohexene upon ozonolysis with H2O2 gives us 1,6 dicarbonyl compound. So this is keto acid, that is compound number 12. The relationship between two functional group is the 1,6 relationship. Upon reconnection, or we can say the source of compound 12 is a cyclohexene type compound. So upon reconnection, the 12 is converted to cyclohexene, or we can say the source of 12 is derivative of cyclohexene, and the source of cyclohexene is the cyclohexanol, and the source of cyclohexanol, substituted cyclohexanol, is the cyclohexanol. So we can say the starting material for compound 12 is the cyclohexanol. All these steps from cyclohexene to cyclohexanol are called disconnection, but the conversion of 12 to cyclohexene is called reconnection, because the carbon number 1 is reconnected with carbon number 6 to give us cyclic compound. Reconnection is a type of disconnection. Actually this is the disconnection step, but why this is called reconnection? Because the open chain compound is converted to the cyclic compound. The one carbon number 1 is connected with carbon number 6. That's why this is called reconnection. See the synthesis of keto acid. See the reaction shown on the below of the slide. See, this is cyclohexanol. When treated with organolithium or organomagnesium reagent, gives us cyclohexanol. Cyclohexanol in the presence of acid, dehydrated in the presence of acid, and gives us compound number 11, that is cyclohexene, derivative of cyclohexene, and cyclohexene derivative upon oxidation in the presence of ozone and hydrogen peroxide, that is called oxidative ozonolysis, then it gives us compound number 12, that is keto acid. This is our target material. disconnection of compound number 14 by following aldol pathway. Compound number 14 is cyclopentene derivative. In the previous slide, we have cleaved the ring at the double bond by following oxidative ozonolysis. As a result, we obtain the double bonded carbon were converted to carbonyl carbon. Here, the same double bond, that is the olefinic bond, but here upon disconnecting this double bond, we followed the aldol pathway and we obtained the compound number 15. The one double bonded carbon is converted to the carbonyl carbon, while the other olefinic carbon is converted to the CH2 carbon. See this one. This is the CH2 carbon, that is alpha to the carbonyl carbon. So, when you have been asked to follow the oxidative ozonolysis of the alkene or reductive ozonolysis of the alkene, then you have to cleave the double bond and then convert both double bonded carbon into the carbonyl carbon. But if you have been asked that you have to cleave the double bond of the cyclic compound by following the aldol path, then convert one double bonded carbon to the carbonyl carbon, while the other double bonded carbon is converted to the CH2 or CH according to the conditions. So here the compound 14 is cleaved at the double bond by following aldol pathway. So the one of the double bonded carbon is converted to the CHO and the other double bonded carbon is CH2. So the source of compound 14 is the compound 15, and compound 15 can be easily converted through intramolecular aldol reaction into compound 4. See this one, this is compound 15. This compound have 1,6 dicarbonyl relationship. Reconnect. Upon reconnection, it gives us compound 16. This is compound 16. Functional group interconversion. The source of compound 16 is the cyclohexanol, because the cyclohexanol upon dehydration converted to the cyclohexene, and the source of cyclohexanol is cyclohexanone. See this one, this is cyclohexanone, derivative of cyclohexanone. Synthesis of compound number 14. So the starting material for synthesis of compound number 14 is compound number 18. See this one, this is cyclohexanone. Cyclohexanone, when treated with organometallic compound in the presence of acid, gives us compound number 16, cyclohexane. Mechanism of this reaction is very easy. Mechanism for the conversion of compound 18 to 16 is very easy. That is just like the reaction of organometallic compound with ketone. So I suggest you to better understand to write down the mechanism of this reaction. This cyclohexene upon ozonolysis, reductive ozonolysis, is converted to the compound number 15, and the compound number 15 upon aldol reaction, that is intramolecular aldol reaction, is converted to the compound number 14. So this compound 15 is treated with base, that is potassium hydroxide. It abstracts the alpha proton, which is this one, this alpha proton next to the carbonyl carbon. This proton is abstracted and this carbon acts as a nucleophile and attack at carbonyl carbon of the aldehyde, which is converted to the cyclopentanol type derivative, which upon dehydration converted to the compound number 40. The Diels-Alder route towards synthesis of 1,6 dicarbonyl compounds. The reactant, or we can say the source of 1,6 dicarbonyl compound, is the cyclohexene derivative. So the cyclohexene derivative is the compound number 21, This is compound number 21. It's a cyclohexene derivative. This type of cyclohexene derivative can be obtained through Diels-Alder reaction when the diene, compound number 19, treated with compound number 20 in the presence of heat, then the compound 21 is obtained. This is the product of reaction of 19 diene with dienophile 20. The product is 21. When this 21 is treated with oxidative ozonolysis, I mean the ozonolysis occurring in the presence of hydrogen peroxide, then the double bond of the cyclohexene ring is cleaved at double bond position and both double bonded carbon are converted to the carboxylic carbon. The compound 22. The compound 22 is bifunctionalized compound and it have two carboxyl group, and the relationship between these two carboxyl group is 1,6 relationship. The carboxylic carbon is at number 1, this carbon 2, 3, 4, 5 and this is 6. There is 1,6 relationship in the compound 22. So we can say the source of 1,6 dicarbonyl compound can be obtained through Diels-Alder reaction. The Diels-Alder reaction route toward the synthesis of 1,6 dicarbonyl compound. See, this is compound number 23. This is ester over here. This the ester, C double bond O, OMe, and on the other side it's ether. The source of ester is the carboxylic acid. So when carboxylic acid is treated with alcohol, then it gives us ester. So the source of compound 23, which is ester, is the dicarboxylic acid, and the source of dicarboxylic acid is the cyclohexene type compound, compound 24. So upon reconnection, because this open chain compound is converted to the source of this open chain compound 23 is the cyclic compound 24. So this is a reconnection process. We can say the 1,6 dicarbonyl compound is obtained through the oxidative cleavage of cyclohexene derivative, that is compound number 24. So reconnection is a type of disconnection. 24 when subjected to functional group interconversion gives us 25 anhydride type compound. This is anhydride, and this anhydride can be obtained through Diels-Alder reaction. So this bond move over here and this bond move over here and this bond moves over here, and the compound 25 is converted to compound 19, which will act as a diene, and the compound 26 which will act as dienophile. It's anhydride. Synthesis of compound number 23, that is the diester compound, which is 1,6 difunctionalized compound, by following Diels-Alder pathway. Through Diels-Alder reaction, the compound number 25 is prepared through Diels-Alder reaction by combining the diene with dienophile. When this compound 25 is treated with lithium aluminium hydride, reducing agent, lithium aluminium hydride is a reducing agent, then it gives us diol. That diol, upon reaction with base sodium hydride and methylation with methyl iodide, gives us compound number 24. This 24 upon oxidative ozonolysis then gives us dicarboxylic acid. That dicarboxylic acid upon reaction with diazomethane gives us target material, that is compound number 23. The yield of the product is 91%. Mechanism is shown below. See, this is the Diels-Alder product, compound number 25, which is obtained through reaction of diene with dienophile. When this compound cyclohexene type derivative treated with lithium aluminium hydride, that is the reducing agent, then this reducing agent opens the ring at oxygen atom and converts both carbonyl carbon into the CH2OH. So diol is obtained. This diol, when treated with base abstracts the proton and converts this compound into the dioxyanion. This dioxyanion abstract the upon methylation with methyl iodide gives us compound 24. This is diether compound. This diether compound, when subjected to oxidative ozonolysis, then the double bond of the ring is cleaved at double bond and both double bonded carbon converted to the carboxylic carbon, and it gives us 1,6-dicarboxylic acid compound. This 1,6-dicarboxylic acid compound, when treated with diazomethane, then the CH2 of the diazomethane abstract the acidic proton from the dicarbon and converted to the CH3. That CH3, after losing the nitrogen, gives us diester product. This is diester product. I will suggest you to write the mechanism of conversion of this dicarboxylic acid to the target material, that is compound number 23. How the CH2N2 convert the acid into the ester. I suggest you to write the mechanism of this step as well. Oxidative cleavage by the Baeyer-Villiger reaction. Baeyer-Villiger rearrangement, which is the migration of carbon to oxygen, that has the effect of inserting an oxygen atom into the ring. The lactone already has a 1,6-di-O relationship, but this is more obvious in the hydroxy acid, that is compound 44. This reaction is used widely in industry. See this one. This is cyclohexanone, compound number 9. When treated with organic peroxy acid, that is per acid, we can say peroxy acid, RCO3H, then this type of compound is obtained 42. The peroxy acid become bonded with carbonyl carbon from its oxygen side. The 42 shows Baeyer-Villiger rearrangement. The lone pair of oxygen move inward and the bond carbon-carbon bond breaks over here and move toward the oxygen, and this group last. As a result, we obtain compound number 43. This is lactone, or we can say this is cyclic ester. This cyclic ester, upon basic hydrolysis, I mean when 43 cyclic ester is treated with sodium hydroxide in the presence of water, then it gives us compound number 44, that is the hydroxy acid, and it is 1,6-difunctionalized compound as well. The carboxyl carbon is at number 1, this 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. The hydroxyl group is bonded with carbon number 6. So 44 is 1,6-difunctionalized compound, or we can say it is hydroxy acid. If our target material is hydroxy acid, then the source of hydroxy acid, which is open chain compound, the source of hydroxy acid is lactone 43, or we can say cyclic ester, and the cyclic ester is obtained through Baeyer-Villiger rearrangement, and this intermediate 42 is obtained from cyclohexanone. When cyclohexanone treated with peroxy acid, then it gives us 42, and 42 upon rearrangement gives 43 lactone, and lactone upon basic hydrolysis gives us hydroxy acid, that is 1,6-difunctionalized compound. See disconnection pattern. This is 45 lactone, it's a substituted lactone. The R is present over here. If this oxygen inserted into the ring through Baeyer-Villiger rearrangement, so Baeyer-Villiger reconnect, expel this oxygen, and just we have 46, compound number 46. If we have this type of starting material, then it is expected that this type of starting material can also be obtained through Baeyer-Villiger rearrangement of 46, but this is not true, this is not correct. The disconnection is to extrude the oxygen atom from the ring. The oxygen from the ring is extruded. Simply we have 46 and it's all the bonds are equivalent. It is supposed that extrusion of oxygen from both 45 and 47 leads to the same cyclohexanone 46, but it's not correct. The ring right one lactone is 45, which upon extrusion of oxygen is converted to 46 because migration step prefers the more highly substituted migrating group to migrate. More highly substituted migrating group to migrate. So when Baeyer-Wilger rearrangement occurs, then the more substituted group of the ring moves toward the oxygen rather than less substituted carbon. So when the source of our material intermediate is when the source of our intermediate obtained through Baeyer-Wilger rearrangement, then the exact pathway is that which is shown on the left, not on the right. It means the 47 is not converted to 46, but we can say the 45 is converted to 46 easily. Disconnection and synthesis of hydroxyketone 49. 49 is an intermediate of pheromone compound. This is 49. It's a hydroxyketone. It's 16 1 2 3 4 5 6 16 functionalized compound, or we can say it's a hydroxyketone. The source of this hydroxyketone is the lactone 50. Lactone 50. The oxygen bonded with carbonyl carbon, and this 50 is obtained through Baeyer-Wilger rearrangement from compound 51, and this 51 is obtained from so we can say phenol, that is the 52 compound phenol. It's a phenol derivative. Here is the assignment for you. Below is the compound number 19. So you have to prepare the assignment by showing the disconnection pattern as synthesis of this below compound with mechanism. You have to show the synthesis of this compound through mechanism and clearly mention each step within the mechanism. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.